Hello, and welcome to The Conversation, a series in which I speak with people involved in amazing ministries here in Ireland and beyond. In this episode, I will be speaking with Sinead Strong from Catholic Mothers Ireland, a group designed to support women in the many roles they have in life as mothers, wives, daughters, sisters and friends. It is a ministry about women bonded by their vocation and their Catholic faith, who come together to share the joys and struggles of motherhood. Sinead Strong from Catholic Mothers Ireland, you're very welcome to The Conversation.
Thanks so much for having me, Aidan.
What is the purpose of Catholic Mothers Ireland?
Catholic Mothers Ireland is about supporting mums who are bringing their children up in the faith. It's a network for mums to support each other and for children to have faith friends from other families and to help us grow in our faith and bring the faith to others as well.
And does your group have a particular motto or ethos?
Yeah, we have a motto which is Orare et quae nutrire, which means to pray and to nurture. So that's based on Our Lady as the Mother of God, that she had the Word, was made flesh, and that's our duty as mums to pray for our children and with them and to nurture them physically and spiritually.
And the faith and the spirituality of your group, I noticed that that's quite evident, in your writings and on your website.
Yeah, we'd be quite Marian. Yeah, Mary is the Mother of God and our mother, so we would promote that through the Rosary and praying to Our Lady, as well as deepening our relationship with Christ through Mass and adoration as well. Yeah,
and tell me a little bit about the Rosary and the emphasis of that within the group.
Well, we would always encourage mums to pray the Rosary daily. If you can, it can be busy at home. We do a morning Rosary from Monday to Friday on Zoom at 6:45 for mums. So it's a lovely way to start the day, and we have a lot of mums joining in every morning with that. So it's nice to have that prayer together before we start our day.
That's beautiful. And the Bible and the Catechism, there's emphasis on those two things as well.
So we do different, during the year we would do different talks, and we have our retreats, and we would encourage, as part of preparation for Lent and Christmas through Advent, reading the Bible and, connecting more, learning more about our faith through the Bible.
Yeah, and I suppose that feeds very well into the aims and the goals of the group.
Yeah, it absolutely does. We want to, as well as being that support to each other, we want to bring each other further in our faith, that we're growing and developing and becoming who God wants us to be. Catholic Mothers Ireland began because of the isolation I felt as a mother when I got married and started having my family, and I was at home and that was my focus, and I felt very cut off from other people. So this was a way of bringing us together and connecting us. Whenever I was talking to different friends, I'd hear one person was going through something and then another friend was going through the same thing, and I was thinking they need to talk to each other. So that was the way of connecting each other, because I knew that, I'm not the only person going through this. There are other people that are in the same boat as me, and someone has been through it before or is going through it now. And I found that having that and knowing that somebody else really knows what you're going through gives you such encouragement, especially when you're busy at home and you can get overwhelmed sometimes with everything that's going on.
Indeed, as busy families, we all know what that's like. One thing that struck me very powerfully on your website was you've written there that through your group you can discover and reach for at the true meaning of being a Catholic mother.
Yeah.
And I suppose what I'm trying to get at is, in there, I understand that your patrons are St. Therese of the Child Jesus'
Yes.
mother, Zélie,
Yes.
and St. Joachim and
Yeah.
Anne.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that perspective that you have, discovering the true meaning of being a Catholic mother.
Well, I just think that came from the meaning of motherhood and womanhood is very lost in society today. And we forget the importance of our role. It's been lost. That nearly, if you're a stay-at-home mum, it's frowned upon by society, that it's not, you're of a lower class. And it's to remind women that that's not the case, that it is a great gift that we've been given of motherhood, and it is vitally important for salvation history. Jesus was born of a woman. So that was the point of the true meaning of what it is to be a mother, and not just that mother to our own children. Women are mother by nature. So we have a spiritual motherhood to, with everyone we meet, we're maternal and motherly, and that is a good thing, and to encourage it and not to try and suppress it.
One of the things I was very admirable of is this idea of consecration to Mary.
Yes.
Obviously, through the Holy Rosary and its recitation each day, and as much as a busy family can.
Yeah.
And you were saying, as part of that step, maybe if you're not able to say the entire Rosary, perhaps a decade a day could be a good beginning.
Absolutely. We have a prayer card that we have for everybody to say. We encourage members and anybody that's connected with our Catholic Mothers community to pray the prayers every day, and it is 1 decade. And if you're not used to saying, there's some families that do, they pray the rosary every day, they might pray a couple of rosaries. But for those that are just have so much going on that it's not possible, we encourage them to say these wee prayers. And it's a lovely way of connecting into the community of prayer of Catholic, to, plug into that. And it only takes 10 minutes. So
we've got the rosary, we've got daily mass,
Yeah.
we've got Bible and scripture reading, and consecration to Our Lady.
yeah.
So how do you actually try and affect that and build that into a daily, monthly, yearly pattern? And I suppose what I'm referring to there is, you seem to have a wonderful way of benchmarking particular religious festivals and seasons of the year.
Yeah. So again, we look at the year, and there's different. Each month is for a different liturgical calendar. We work along it, and also with being Irish, we are focusing on our Irish traditions. So for St. Bridget's Day, we make St. Bridget's crosses, and it's just so popular. And my reason for keep doing this is to see the children and how excited they are about doing it all. So we have our Lent, where we do arts and crafts. We bring families together and we do different activities and make it fun, because we want the faith to be able to pass it on to children. You don't want it to be boring and long and when is this over? So I try to incorporate the fun arts and crafts and games end of things but still have that learning in short snippets. And that's what they talk about. A lot of what I'm doing now in Catholic Mothers Ireland might not have happened only for my children and my friends' children, always asking, when's this next thing happening? When are you planning your next? So, that gives great encouragement, and it doesn't take very much to do it. I would always encourage everybody to do these small things, and, the children just thrive at the different times throughout the year. They look forward to them.
Yeah, and again, some of those examples are really wonderful. For example, dressing up as your favourite saint.
Yes,
on All Saints Day.
Yeah.
Part of the Christmas Advent preparation is the Christmas crafts.
Yes.
That you might do. It's amazing work, and also, what I thought was very interesting is the aspect of having this idea of building a pattern in a daily way. So you've got prayer cards associated with the spirituality of your group.
Yes, we have the prayer cards, and we have the prayer for the family and marriage at the beginning of that, where we call on the Holy Spirit to bless us in our roles as wives and mothers. And then we have another prayer at the end that you can add in. It's optional. But yeah, the prayer cards are a good way to connect in spiritually with the group. I think we are inclined to separate out our lives into sections, and we keep each section, Mass is Mass on a Sunday at the chapel. We go to sports, we go to different things, and then that's it. But this is to make it that it's all, our faith is every aspect of our life. And so doing these, making rosary beads, making the Christmas crafts, and bringing our faith into all aspects of that and taking it home with us as our reminder. I think most homes still have the Sacred and Immaculate Heart pictures in their houses, but we would encourage all of that, and also remind women and families that part of your faith and practicing of your faith is living out your vocation every day in the house, in the mess, in the dirty dishes, in the washing, and you can make a prayer out of that as well. That I think a lot of people, and myself, I'd be guilty of it in the past as well, that I wasn't practicing my faith properly if I wasn't doing my rosaries and going to Mass and going to adoration and going to all these things. You get to a point where you realise that's not the time for this at the minute. I'm not able to, it's too busy, I have too many small children. So that it's the offering up of those times in the house in the midst of all the madness, offering it up, and having those short prayers like, Jesus, I trust in you. Mary, Mother of God, be a mother to me now. Wee prayers like that through the day to help get you through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think certainly for us as a family, growing up, and my own family at the moment, that was just an amazing part of our lives that my mum and dad would have just gifted us with that type of tradition. Could I maybe drill down a little bit more on that? Because I suppose for me personally, it does very much speak to the centricity or the core of where mothers might be.
Yeah.
Obviously, Catholic Mothers Ireland, mothers are busy.
Yeah, I think you can get the same thing day in, day out. You forget that that's the blessing. We get all our spiritual highs from going to retreats and going to days out, but it's the day-to-day grind that's going to make us the saints. It's not, going off all around the place. It's those service to your family that's going to shape you and your eternity, I suppose.
Sinead, we're going to take a break just now, but we'll see you back in a few minutes where we will hear more about Catholic Mothers Ireland. Welcome back to the conversation, where in this episode I'm speaking with Sinead Strong from Catholic Mothers Ireland. Sinead, before the break, you were telling us about the importance of retreats for Catholic Mothers Ireland.
Yes. So we run retreats for a year, and they're just one-day retreats. I think a few years ago I wanted to go on a retreat, but anything that was on was only for a full weekend. So that led me then to looking into doing a one-day where mums could come. I think it might be easier for a mum when you're busy to get away just for the day, and as a way of connecting them, meeting personally with other mums, and also to build them up spiritually. So try and do as much in the day to fill their cup, that they can bring home all the blessings of that day to their families. So we started our first one a couple of years ago, and the demand has been huge since. Like, I have constantly been contacted by women to ask me, will I come into their area to do a retreat? and the whole day focuses around, we have mass, adoration, confession and talks, and we have a theme based on some aspect of motherhood and to Our Lady and drawing us closer to Christ. So they're really important. I do think that mums, we're so focused on serving everybody else that we forget about ourselves, and that it's good to take a wee bit of time away to get that, build yourself up that wee bit, and to connect with other mums and be served for a day.
And I understand you had a retreat recently in Lough Derg.
I did, yes. It was beautiful. It's a lovely island, and it was even a way, we had to get the boat across. And we had our speakers at that talking about helping our children grow in faith. Both speakers, Antoinette Moynihan from Children of the Eucharist and Emer Coughlin, who runs a children's rosary group. So we're just trying to find ways to build each other up and to help each other grow in our faith.
How many people would normally attend the retreats?
We've on average about 45. Some are more and some are less. I think just trying to spread the word. When people find out about them, they're more encouraged to go, and hearing from other people the benefit they've had about attending them is encouraging them as well. But we have support of the local bishops, so that always helps as well, and they're always very encouraging of letting people know when our retreats are coming up.
And they take place across various locations in Ireland. I understand you had them in Ennis, you had them in Westmeath, Lough Derg, which is in Donegal, obviously.
Yes, and we're all over. I need to get a map and start pinning it out where all we've been. The aim of that is there's 4 a year, so we try to have one in each province every year, and to make it more accessible. I think sometimes it can be easier to have things in the big towns or cities, and people are travelling. So I just try to bring it to more quieter areas. That's one of the things I look for on a retreat venue, is that it's away from the hustle and bustle, that it's in a quieter area. That you can take time to walk around outside as well as being inside for the prayer and the chat.
I've seen some powerful feedback on those retreats and just generally the benefits of being part of and a member of Catholic Mothers Ireland. Are there any particular testimonies that stick out for you?
Yeah, there's so many. There's so many women that would say that whenever they joined, about the power of the prayer. My own personal experience was a few years ago when I had COVID, and I was seriously ill in ICU. The Catholic Mothers took it upon themselves, the group, to start praying a rosary for me hourly. So every hour, on the hour, people, they did a rota through the night, 24/7 until I got home, and made a miraculous turnaround. And I have no doubt that it's down to the power of the prayer of the Catholic Mothers and their dedication and their love to get up in the middle of the night, set alarms to get up to pray during the night. And we've done it because we've seen how powerful that is. That has been done for other people who are going through really difficult, extreme circumstances, whether they're sick or have been in an accident, just that constant prayer. So it's an absolute powerhouse of prayer, and I'm always encouraging people to join in and connect in to that prayer, that united together and praying together is just so powerful.
Mm-hmm. It's one thing identified about Catholic Mothers Ireland is that this knowledge, this awareness that access to prayer help, prayer assistance is there. So if a child is sick, or
Absolutely.
If someone's going for an important operation, or if someone is, let's say, ill, that access to those prayer requests.
Yes, we use our WhatsApp community for that. So people, if they need prayer or if they're just struggling, our unofficial motto became, when you can't pray for yourself, we'll pray for you. So I just think that we can get, sometimes when there's so much going on, that you can just get a bit burnt out and you just don't even feel like you're able to pray. And just posting up to the group for prayers straight away, there's like 50 women praying for you at least, depending on, you know, the group that it's posted to. There could be hundreds praying for you.
And understand recently that the Archbishop Eamon Martin, the Primate of All Ireland, he celebrated a mass for the group, and he blessed your organisation.
He absolutely did, yeah. He was. We had a meeting with him earlier in the year, and we asked him, could we have about an annual national mass? So that mass will be every year now on the Saturday closest to Our Lady's birthday, do you know, so that it's keeping it close to Our Lady. And he celebrated that first mass for us on the 7th of September there, and it was just beautiful. And to see, to listen to his blessing, and he commissioned us to go forward as Catholic mothers, as a group, out into our communities and to be part of building up the church locally.
That's so beautiful, obviously, to have it as close to Our Lady's birthday as possible. In our family, we had a tradition of buying a birthday cake on Our Lady's birthday and celebrating her birthday.
A lot of the Catholic mothers do that,
just as a little celebration. Tell me, with all the retreats and this wonderful work going on in Ireland, I understand you've had discussions with people in other countries as well. So am I right in saying that the potential of this model, this very strong and life-giving model, you know, for young families and for Catholic mothers, is very transportable to other countries from the conversations that you've had? Absolutely,
yeah. You know, there's so many women that are feeling cut off and alone, and families, Catholic families, that you sort of feel like there's nobody else around you. But once you have a group like this, it opens up, you realise that there's more people in their faith than you thought. So we have the starter pack to give out to anybody if they want to set up in their own area. It's definitely easily transferable. It's very simple in its nature, but everything's there and ready that we've already done, tried and tested to go out to anywhere that's interested, or to anyone who's interested.
And I think it's the simplicity, as somebody, you know, a busy dad and a busy family, somebody who's already familiar with the busyness of family life. The simplicity, I think, is one of its selling points, dare I say, because maybe
Absolutely.
Catholic mums might say, well, the last thing I need now with all the kids and the busyness of school and everything that goes with family life, I don't need another thing to do. But is it quite relatively simple to initiate, to start off with the starter pack that you have?
Yeah, it is, yeah. The only thing I would say is, you know, you don't do it on your own. You go out in pairs. When Catholic Mothers Ireland started, it was me and my friend Mary. It was the two of us together, backing each other up and supporting each other and sharing ideas. And that's basically, it started off then and grew from that.
And for anybody listening to this program or watching it, how would you convince them that Catholic Mothers is beneficial not just to themselves, but to their little family units?
Well, I think it can be, most people, my experience is, I'm too busy, I don't have time to go to these things. But I would say, you know, I would encourage anybody to make the time to go and meet other people, and it revives you, because you can get so caught up in the everyday and not going anywhere and just, you know, getting a bit down about that. Whereas when you're connecting with other people, it gives you life and it gives you more energy, that you're able to go and do more, and that just having that encouragement and support helps you at home. It helps me. I know I go to a lot of things and I have the children with me, but we all work together then, because we're all excited to go, the children as well as myself. I'm not having to drag them out the door, so which helps. And I would definitely encourage anybody that has anything on near them to go to it, because it is worthwhile meeting other mums.
And where do people get information on your organisation then?
Our website's the best place to find out all upcoming events, all retreat days, and anything else that we're attending. CatholicMothers.ie, and to get in contact with me, or if you're interested in setting up with Catholic Mothers, all that information is there.
Mm-hmm. You have a Facebook presence as well, don't you?
We do, yeah. Catholic Mothers Ireland, and is on Facebook and Instagram. So that's a whole new area for me as well. But it's good to connect with other people who might not hear in local areas. So we're definitely have been able to connect more widely through Facebook.
And as part of the starter pack for people that are interested, I assume the prayer card is part of it,
Yeah.
and is the wonderful new year planner that you have,
Yes.
which I assume has some emphasis of the religious saints' days,
Yes,
etc.,
yes.
and festivals and,
Yes, we
and
have
seasons.
we have each month, what each month is dedicated to in the liturgical calendar, and we have a number of feast days throughout the year, most importantly our patrons. But we are building it. It's relatively new. It's quite simple, again, not too much in it, but just to help with the organisation of busy day-to-day life as a family.
Indeed, and it's definitely a beautiful product. We had a look at it. It's for busy families. The diary doesn't belong filling up.
Yes, absolutely. And we have our hoodies and t-shirts and tote bags, all our wee bits and pieces that are very popular. Mums all need their bags.
So listen, it's wonderful having you on the programme. And again, if people do want any further information about starting Catholic Mothers Ireland and its wonderful mission in their area, no matter where it is in Ireland or throughout the world,
Yeah.
your website will be a good landing page for that.
Absolutely, yeah. You can contact through email or WhatsApp, and all the details are on catholicmothers.ie.
Sinead, thank you for coming to our studio today and sharing with us about the work of Catholic Mothers Ireland.
Thanks so much, Aidan.
That's it for this episode of The Conversation. Please join us next time when again I'll be speaking with people involved in amazing ministries here in Ireland and beyond.